Hey, what's up, guys? Apologies in advance for the different mic quality. Again, on the laptop, so just kind of have to deal with it. If it is too loud, go ahead and turn it down. So I noticed in the last video I didn't realize how loud it was. But yeah, today I'm going to be giving my thoughts and second opinion real quick here on Battlefield 4 Fall Patch. So it's been a month since I played the game, and I can still say that even after a month, granted I haven't played it religiously, but I guess if you want to consider religiously being every Sunday or once a week or whatever, okay, I maybe have played it once a week, but shortly after I made that video I had a few issues at home, really just haven't had time to play it, and then of course now with my grandma and me having to be over here to help her out, it's been kind of an issue with me to get to play the game. So sometimes I get to play it and sometimes I don't. And sometimes I just have to deal with it. But playing this game, still really fun. Since I made that video, I did platinum the game the other day, which was really cool. I knew I'd platinum it eventually. It just I figured it would take a while. But I platinumed that, never have made a video on it yet. I'm behind on all those platinum videos. I think I have probably 7 platinums at least that I still need to upload onto YouTube. I just haven't got around to it, so I'll get to it eventually, I'm sure. But Battlefield 4, the Fall Patch. I am going to say what I like about the game as I've currently played it. I'm actually going to check something here on the computer real quick. Go to battle log. I need to tell you where I'm at right now as of making this video. Come on. Sorry guys, I didn't think it would actually have to load anything. Sure is taking a while. Alright. Come on, load the image so I can tell you what rank I am. Alright. I'm rank 43.5. Okay, so rank 43.5, and yeah, I've been playing it for, according to this, it says the time I've played it is 69 hours, so usually I play it for, I don't know, 3 hours, during the morning time, or any time until about 2 o'clock, so morning time, so around 10, 11 o'clock maybe, clear till 2 o'clock. So pretty much like my typical Battlefield sessions where I play about 3 or 4 hours in the evening, but now I just do it in the morning instead. Morning to afternoon. But I don't get to do it every day. Again, I've been very busy within the last half of October. I've also been busy over here, and that was towards the end of October, and we're here into the 7th day of November, and I've been here most of November already, so it has definitely been a interesting time here playing Battlefield 4 Fall Patch. So there you go, I'm at rank 43.5. I'm not going to discuss my skill or KD, because I actually had to ruin it quite a bit to get the pistol trophy, the 45 kills at the 45, and in order to do that I had to continue playing with the pistol to get pistol score. So I literally just played team deathmatch. No matter how much I died, I just kept playing the pistol until I went from the P226 all the way up to 1911, so that was fun. Not really, but whatever. So yeah, I know I keep saying Battlefield 4 Fall Patch, and I still haven't got to the video, but you know, we're not that far into the video, only 4 minutes in, so keep your panties on, and we're going to keep going. So, finally, Fall Patch, rank 43.5, stuff you've heard 3 times already. What do I think about the gameplay now? Well, I think the unlocks are okay. I feel that the classes are at least somewhat balanced now. I don't see myself continuously getting killed by an assault kit with the same gun, or getting killed by a support kit with the same gun, or a PDW. So I see a lot of different kits out. I see plenty of assault kits, plenty of engineers, plenty of support kits, and recons. I would probably say out of all of them, I mean, it is more balanced, but I would still say, I still think that maybe the support kit is a little bit underused. One thing I really, really hate about this game, and it's not necessarily the game's fault, it's just stupidity. People do not know how to throw ammo or meds. Nobody knows how to do it. I think mainly because in the old games, you got it by default, and with this game, you don't. Like, you get the like little med pack. I'm just going to deviate it into two things: med pack and med box. Okay, so med pack is like the little box of Skittles or whatever, and then a med box is like an actual cardboard box. Just use that for comparison's sake. So you only get the med packs, and that's it. The little bitty ones. That's all you get. You don't get a full med kit or med box. So I feel that that's annoying, and the fact that you have to unlock the defibs and you have to equip the defibs is another issue, because people don't know how to revive in the game half the time. There are times where it's like, wow, I could clearly get a revive. I see your assault kit, and they're just idiots. This game gets stupider and stupider people every game. It's really quite sad. In Battlefield 3 it was kind of bad, but it was bad in a different way. Like, it was bad you were getting revived when you didn't want revived, but now you would be begging for getting a revive, because you don't ever get revived in this game. Another thing that people misconstrued with this is, well, he's revived, so he's full health, like in Battlefield 3. Not the case, not the truth. With this game, now you have to warm your defibs up till you hear a beep noise, then you do it. Or you defib and then throw a med box or a pack or whatever. I would recommend using the actual med kit, the big box one. Right? The one you get in Battlefield 3. Use that. It's better, it has an actual range. The range isn't nearly as big as it was on Battlefield 3, which is nice. But it still works. The med pack is horseshit, because you absorb it. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is stupid. But yeah, that's one of the biggest problems I have with it so far. As far as just the multiplayer. Sorry guys, you just have to excuse me there, I had to get a drink. But also with this game, the med pack problem. Let's see, I'm trying to think of some other things to add in here that I like and or dislike. I already mentioned that. People don't want to throw you ammo. I feel like you're always running out of ammo in this game. I don't know why that is, but it feels like I've never seen myself go through so much ammo. So I feel like that's a little bit of a problem. This is just the multiplayer game, so yeah, I'm also going to be talking about that. I know this is a horribly constructed video, but I'm trying to think of it on the fly because I don't have the game here. The perk system. Let's go ahead and talk about the perk system. The perk system is not like Battlefield 3, where you can actually set your perk and then you share perks. Basically, it's made worse, kind of. It's made better, but worse. I think it's more of a how much competency you have definitely affects this game. Because now, with the perk system, they have it to where you get like every time you get kills and stuff and get score, then your squad upgrade score keeps going up, so you can eventually get all the perks. So that's kind of interesting, but then for me personally, it's like, okay, you have a team with competency, they're just going to overwhelmingly dominate you now because they have competency, and you have retards on your team. So if you have retards on your team that don't know how to play the game, they just want to play it like Call of Duty, Team Deathmatch, whatever, then you're fucked on this game. It's bullshit. Don't like that at all. And I know it's going to sound like I'm complaining, but I do have to give my second opinion. I do still think the game is fun. I have played it, and I have enjoyed it. Domination. Obliteration, I think is what it is. Obliteration, where you carry around, basically it's like capture the flag, fused with rush. So basically, you capture a flag, but instead of bringing it to your base, or capturing an enemy flag, basically you take, it's a bomb that you take. You take the bomb, and you place it on the enemy's objective, and then blow it up. That's cool. Okay? But, that being said, it is pretty tough, but I think it's a really fun game mode. So, I think I also should talk about Squad Join. Squad Join. Now, this one is kind of a pain. Now, when you get invited in the game, you basically, if you get invited via a friend, you join their game. Unless you have someone else on your friends list, they can join your squad too. But it's basically squad locked. So no random person can join, which is a good and bad thing. Let's say you only have 2 people, then okay, you're only going to get those 2 people to spawn on unless a friend comes in. Good or bad, depending. But it is kind of nice to be able to spawn on somebody else. Some other things with this game, and that is the fact that, let's see, what was I going to say? Squad spawning, I don't know what I was going to say. Maybe I didn't have anything else to add, but you have that, okay? I think I'm done. I think I'm ready to talk about some other little intricacies with the fall patch. So one of the bugs I found, and other people have reported on as well, is getting stuck on the stairs. Sometimes you get stuck on an entrance, sometimes you get stuck on the stairs. You just get stuck on stuff for no reason. Now it's usually when you get to an entrance, or you get to the top or the bottom of the stairs, or something like that, somewhere where there is a hump where your feet are trying to walk over, it is acted as an object and you are stuck on it. Now that can be very, very annoying, especially when you're in an engagement with somebody. It just does get annoying. Or you're trying to run away from somebody. Oh, hey, I'm stuck on this. I can't run. Oh, now I'm dead. So that can be annoying. Some other things I guess I'll talk about with the guns. Everything that has a name Ace in it is pretty much an OP gun, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is, I guess. You also have the Recon Kit, who I think used to seem OP. I'm not really sure if it still is OP. I don't really see anything. I mean, I still see it as OP. I still have not figured out how to zero in with those sights. I don't understand it. I'll probably just need someone to show it to me, or maybe I watch a video on YouTube. I still never understood it. And I platinumed the damn game, and I still didn't understand it. So I have not figured it out. Played all the maps. I think there's like 8 maps or something. I mean, there's a pretty good amount of maps for the base game. And then you get 4 of the China Rising maps, which I can't say the same for those. I think those maps they remind me of Armored Kill, to be honest, on console. So I don't really care for those. But the maps on here did not really remind me, like when I used to play it on PC, it didn't remind me of Armored Kill on console. It just reminded me of good old classic Battlefield. The bases didn't feel that far stretched out. I think there's enough vehicles. There was also another thing that was really interesting that they added in the multiplayer, and that was the, I guess, NPC AA gun. Basically, in Battlefield 3, you could fly into an enemy's base. You could not walk in there, But they never fixed the fact that you couldn't fly in there. So basically what people would do was they would fly into their base and shoot all their choppers down, or sometimes even jump out and then steal a chopper. So they'd steal your chopper, and that would be very, very annoying. But that would happen, but now that's not really going to happen anymore, because now they have an NPC AA gun, and it literally just tracks your chopper and shoots at you. Some other nice things with this game, even though I said there were complaints earlier, they are kind of nice because they change the game up a little bit, is the fact that the game is a little bit different. The fact that you can't just fully revive off of a defib is kind of nice. It's annoying sometimes, but it is kind of nice in the fact that it does take a little bit more skill. Kind of almost makes Battlefield 3 look like a child's play sort of thing. It looks like a game that really doesn't take much skill. Like, yeah, I used to think it actually took skill, but sometimes after looking at Battlefield 4, it's like, now this one takes more skill. Now you can't hide behind... I mean, you still can hide behind the faggot tree by doing, you know, playing OP kits and... or more or less OP guns for those kits. But it is a little bit more fair, I think. Let's see if I can think of some other things here to say about the multiplayer. I apologize in advance. I know this video has gone all over the place, but it's really hard for me to do a video like this without recently playing it and be able to talk about it. I think the ranking system's a lot better in this game. I thought it did do a lot better. The fact that it is a little bit more obtainable than Kernel 100. You know, like I said, I've been playing the game close to 70 hours. It said 69 hours and 8 minutes is what it says on my time right now. And I'm already ranked 43, and there's, what, 140 ranks? And I know when I played back in the day on Battlefield 3, I think it says I have nearly 700 hours, and I'm only Kernel 66. So I personally think that Battlefield 3 had way too much of a ranking up system. Like, it took way too long. With this, it doesn't seem like it takes as long. I like the fact that there is your own personal XP boost from the battle packs. At first I didn't like battle packs, because I thought they were kind of like Call of Duty, where it was like, oh, buy Doritos and buy Mountain Dew to get points and shit. I really didn't want this game to be like that, but I really don't see it as that. You get battle packs pretty easily, and once you figure out the system on how to get them, you could actually time it to get them very, very well. Basically, I think it's every 2 ranks you get a battle pack, a gold one, I think, and every 50 kills, I believe, with a gun, I think after you get all the unlocks, is also a battle pack. I don't remember if it's silver or gold, but I think it's just a weapon battle pack, so like it'd be a P226 battle pack. The pistols. I want to talk about the pistols. Pistols not feel like marshmallow shooters like they did in the old games. Basically, well, not in the old games, I would just say Battlefield 3. I thought they were actually pretty good in Bad Company 2. But Battlefield 3, pretty much a lot of the guns felt like marshmallow shooters. They literally felt like you were shooting mini marshmallows at somebody. It felt like they did no damage, hardly at all, and it was annoying. But in this game, you have the P226, and you can really rack that gun and go bang, 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 you know, and kill somebody, you know, pretty good. P226, I thought was nice. The fact that you actually get attachments on the guns are nice, because I know back in Battlefield 3, all you really had were what I would call a standard attachment. So you had a suppressor or a tactical light, or you just had nothing, which I always thought the attachments were really stupid on the guns, and I never played with an attachment, mainly because there was really no point. You weren't ever going to get the dog tag by playing with those, so why bother? And I was all about getting dog tags in the last game, so I was playing for 5 stars for each gun to get all the mastery dog tags. And that was just me trying to find something to do to find replayability for the game. And it worked very well. I was doing that for a long time. Still really enjoyed Battlefield 3. playing Battlefield 4 now is still fun. I don't think it's going to last nearly as long as what Battlefield 3 did for me, because the ranking up system, I think, is going to go by very fast. So there's that. China Rising, I already mentioned that I didn't really care for the maps, but they're okay. You get in this one, like, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like an AC-130, but it's not. I don't know what you would call it. It's this plane, right? I don't know what kind of plane it is, but it's some kind of plane, like a bomber or something. And it's flying across the screen, and you get to mark little dots where you want to shoot the gun, and then it basically like drops mortars or bombs or whatever off the plane, and that's really awesome. And you can kill ground vehicles only, and you can damage tanks and whatnot. That's really awesome. Really like that. But you have that. You also get the dirt bikes, which, oh, speaking of which, oh my god, the vehicles. I don't think you can make them any worse than Battlefield 3's vehicles, but you can. This game proved it. The vehicles have such a shitty turning radius. I know when I was just driving a four-wheeler, it's like, it feels so stiff. It's like when you crank over the handlebars and they're like grinding, like that's what it is, and it's like, but they're not grinding or anything. It just feels like, oh, you turned it all the way over, and you're only turning it a bit, and it's like barely turning, and then you won't make it around a turn or whatever. It's just really annoying. Hate the vehicles in this game. Or as far as the quick movement vehicles. The tanks, LAVs, all that stuff, perfectly fine with. I like a lot of the base maps of the game. There's one map in particular I don't like. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one that has B-base, and you go up and down. So you climb up these, like, scaffoldings or ramps or whatever. You keep going up and up and up. I hate that map. That map sucks. That map sucked on PC, and it sucks on the PS3. It sucks. Hate that map. Then you have... Let's see, what else do you have? You got that Land King Dam, which I don't mind that map. Oh, what other maps do you have? You got Operation Locker, which is pretty much Metro, just for Battlefield 4. Which, that brings me to my next thing with Second Assault. I would like to play that. I know this kind of turned into from a second patch, fall patch, second thoughts video to other stuff, but quite frankly, I'm in a Battlefield mood, feel like talking about the game, and I just want to give my opinion on how it is so far. Let's see, what were they gonna say now? I apologize, guys. I know this is like dead silence, and I know you're probably bored to death, but I'm trying to think of what it's called. I think it's called Second Assault, and that was the next expansion, and that has Battlefield 3 maps. I think that might be a little bit fun. And of course you have Naval Strike, which I don't know if I'm really interested in. Oh, the boats! I'll talk about the boats. The boats have their own score or vehicle score. So basically, it's not like Battlefield 3 or Bad Company 2, where if you got in a boat, it meant nothing. Now the boats actually mean stuff, which is really cool. The DBV-15 is really awesome. I think it's called something. I think it's Maelstrom or something. Something Storm. Anyway, it's this map, and it's got the boats on it, and it's the only one I think on PS3 that you can pick the boats. I think, from what I understand on PC, all the maps have these boats, but only this map on PS3, or maybe even the consoles, I'm not sure, has this boat. And it's awesome. It's basically, what was it, like a 5-man boat? It's like an LAV version of like a boat or something. And it's like you got the driver, you got your 2 gunners, and then you got one guy on the back. Okay, I think it's 4. Okay, but bear with me here. It's like 4 dudes. A driver, 2 gunners, and a backseat driver. Really awesome stuff. Really do like that boat. Chain guns on that, shred everything. Really fun. Love it. Emblems. I guess I'll talk about emblems. Now, of course, I found out there's a website you can go to get your own emblems, so you don't have to make one. For a while, I had made my own. I have not shown anybody my current emblem, but the one I have right now is pretty much a trolling emblem, if you will. Not a troll face. No, I don't do that. No, I have, of course, I picked it because, quite frankly, with premium you have to have 40-layer emblems. So you have to have premium. I don't have premium, so you can only go up to 20 layers. And I found one in particular that is perfect for what I'm going to use to essentially troll people with on Battlefield. And that is, I picked a pony. Yes. I picked a character from My Little Pony. I picked Pinkie Pie. And so every time I kill somebody, you get Pinkie Pie staring you in the face. Which, yeah, it's pretty funny. Maybe I'll put it in the description or something. I'll probably eventually post it one of these days. You'll see it. If not, just go on the fan page. I'm sure you'll see it. It's pretty funny. And, it's funny because I've actually killed people on there. And I think I've gotten teabagged more now that I have that Pinkie Pie emblem than I ever got teabagged in the game before. So I thought that was kind of funny. Also, I have Australian dog tags, so I'm waiting for somebody to call me a kangaroo fucking brony. That is what I'm waiting on. So hopefully I'll be able to show you a message like that one day if I ever get a nasty PM through PSN. But there's that. I already talked about the vehicles. Rush, don't really play much. Team Deathmatch, I think the maps are pretty well done, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Team Deathmatch. I did like doing it for the pistol score, I'll be honest. That's how I did it. And it pretty much wrecked my KD and my skill and all that kind of stuff, so I do want to, before I post some stat updates, again, I would like to at least get my skill back up, because I was at like 400 something, and then I dipped back down to like 135 because I continuously kept getting negative KD. All I was doing was pistols, wasn't reviving, I was only throwing myself med kits if I needed them, so skill really tanked hard, so. And of course my KD was always above positive. It was positive. It was like 1.12 or 1.25 or something, somewhere around in that range, and now it's negative. It's at 0.95, which isn't too bad, but I'd still like to bring it up to at least be 1.0 or higher. So I'll post that later when it rolls back up. Conquest seems to be the mode I play the most. Obliteration was like the next most, and then of course you have Team Deathmatch, which I played next, and then basically Rush. So that was those. What else do we have here? I'm just going to go over my stats real quick and read you some stuff off. So my best weapon was the P226. I had 276 kills with it. Again, trying to get the pistol score up, so that's why. Next gun, according to this chart, is the Ace 23, which has 158 kills, which I was typically running these around 100 kills, and then going to the next gun just to play with the guns. So the next one was MX4 with 120. Sometimes I went over because I didn't happen to check to see if I got a star, so I had that. The M249 is next with 111 kills. Then the U100 MK5, which says 110. AK-12 with 110. P90 with 106. I'm not going to read them all to you, but I'm just going to read basic ones. The AK-5C with 105. FAMAS with 103. QBZ 95-1. 101. Scar H with 100. So those are all the ones I have actually starred. That's 11 guns. I've got 46 kills next on the 1911, and I won't read them all after that, because they're all pretty low after that. But that's pretty much that. So once I pretty much got the 1911 score, it was around the time I was going to quit for the got platinum, and I pretty much just didn't play Battlefield 4 since then, because I had to come back here. So I know this video is very, very long. I know it probably doesn't live up to the video's title, because it's like, oh, this is supposed to be a fall patch video, second thoughts, and you pretty much just gave your multiplayer experience. But come on, man. This is the first video after very first playing it since then, so, you know, cut me some slack. There's not that much to talk about the fall patch. I may just call this multiplayer thoughts, I'm not really sure. I'll call it something. We'll figure it out. But I think that's about all I can talk about. I think I talked about everything. Battle packs are fun. Getting the EXP boosts is really fun, because it doesn't make the game feel like it's dragging on, like, you know, Battlefield 3 would, with its, what, 240,000 experience every time you want to rank up. It's 240 or 260 or something like that. And you got to do that every time, and it's like, oh, you only get maybe 2,000 per match, or, you know, if you're lucky you got 5,000, or, you know, really lucky 10,000, but usually it's about 2,000 to 4,000 points, 5,000 if you got kinda lucky, and 10,000 if you got really lucky. Maybe you got a star or something. So I don't remember what I used to get as an average on there, but that's pretty much that. And this game feels very smooth. Don't really have any problems or complaints other than the stair thing, and the fact that nobody revives or gives me meds or lets me give them meds so I can get points, or, you know, ammo. Sometimes I have to have, you know, another squad mate of mine, hey man, I just need you to run ammo, because no one else will run ammo and give it to me. And I'll run medic, and I'll give you meds if you need them, or if I need meds. So we kind of play off each other, how that works. Oh, knifing. I'll talk about knifing and counter-knifing. Might as well. Might as well throw the knifing in here. So, currently I'm just using the bayonet for the knife. Haven't changed any of the others, so I don't really have an opinion on them. Knifing, I enjoy. Getting knifed, I don't necessarily enjoy. And sometimes, I don't know what the deal is, but sometimes when you get knifed from the front, sometimes you still can't do the counter knife. Sometimes you can counter knife, and sometimes you can't. Now, the first time I messed up in getting counter knifed, because I didn't even know you could do it, so that kind of surprised me. And I'm like, oh, which button do I hit? And I clicked, I don't know, maybe I hit R2 or something, and it's circle. It's either clicking the stick or circle. And maybe I either hit R2 or I clicked in the stick, because I probably thought, oh, hey, I've got these controls. But no, I still have the veteran controls. Unfortunately, circle is knife, which I did get used to, and I do kind of like it. Mainly because my R2 is broken, so I'm actually kind of glad they don't have R2 for the knife. But I never liked clicking the stick. I always thought that was horse shit. I liked it, and thought it was okay in Call of Duty, but I didn't like it in Battlefield. It just doesn't work. Okay, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. But it does work pretty well with circle. It feels a bit more responsive, a bit more active, so I like that. Counter knifing, I think is kind of dodgy, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And by works, I mean sometimes it prompts you with the counter knife and sometimes it doesn't, which I think is bullshit. I think if it's front knife, they took the risk. It should always allow you to counter knife from the front. Now, if you get knife from your back, okay. Knife from prone, okay. I don't think you should be able to counter knife them. I think that's fair. But counter knife them from the front, hey, take it if the Smurf or, you know, other players stupid and they don't know how to counter knife, then okay, cool. You get a successful knife on them. So, Paratorch. I'll talk about the classes, I guess. Might as well. So I've played through all the classes. I've played through the Assault class the most, because I think it's the most helpful. And of course, I guess it is kinda noobish, yes and no. But it's the most helpful. I really like it. Because it's helpful. Not because it's, oh, I have no skills, so I have to use Assault. No. Support kit I do like, but I feel it's kind of useless in comparison to the Recon a little bit, because the Recon kit gets C4, and Support kit has to unlock C4, which I think is good, but it makes it kind of feel like Support kit's kind of useless. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I don't mind Support kit. Engineer, I still feel is kind of shitty. I think I really like that class, but I think it's still kind of shitty. I still don't think it's as good as it could be. I do think that the carbines, I think it is the carbines, that no, maybe it's PDWs. That the PDWs that the engineer uses, I think they're okay, but yeah, MX4 kind of dodgy. Pretty good gun, but sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I don't care for it. RPG I like. I haven't tried the small. From what I understand, they actually have differences now. I use the law. I think it was MBT law or something. That's okay. I prefer the RPG though, but I could deal with it to get the RPG. And ever since then, I love the RPG. I've always liked the RPG. Really like that gun. Or weapon, I should say. Repair Torch is okay. Yeah, but I prefer the RPG as well. And finally, the Recon kit. Which, before I go ahead and continue, I'm going to get another quick drink. So, hold on a second. I know, I've been talking forever. I thank you guys if you're still with me. I know I'm not some of the most interesting, and I know this video has gone on way too long. I literally thought this was going to be a 15-minute video, but like my typical fashion, I go on rambling. And this one I kind of wasn't prepared for. Usually I have the game, or I played it recently, or I have my custom built there, and I can look up stuff or whatever, which I can do here on the laptop, but it's just not the same. Like, if I was playing around with the game or something, it'd be one thing. You know, or if I was just fresh off playing it, I could tell you tons of stuff, but whatever. Recon kit. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Love the fact that it's like the BC2 Recon, where... oh man, that soda. The Recon kit actually has C4, which is really nice. The fact that you can do the tanks is really cool. And you get C4 off the start. You don't have to unlock it, which is nice. You get the motion sensors, like in BC2, which they're okay. Now, for whatever reason, they've taken away the counter of how many you have. So literally, it pops up like you have one. Like when you throw a med kit, it's like, oh, you have one med kit. And, you know, it quickly shows it in the UI. But here, it doesn't. It shows it like you threw a med kit, like, and you always have infinite. You just have to wait for them to recharge. But no, you have 3 motion sensors, and that's it. Which is a little disappointing. They do make little beepy noises, which is like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. They're okay. I'd personally recommend using a Tugs. At least the Tugs doesn't go away. Maybe even if you're just wanting to use a motion sensor sort of Recon, maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you want to have a Tugs down and motion sensors to throw. because definitely for team deathmatch, I think that'd be really good. I would also pair that maybe with like a shotgun of some kind, so maybe like the Saiga 12, and put it old school easy mode BC2 style. I think that would work out really well for you if you want to, if you don't like the recon kit. Now, this is another thing. The guns that you unlock, it's not like the old games where you could basically play, the guns were assigned to the kit. Now the guns are their own score. So, like I was saying with the boats and stuff, they have their own score. Well, the weapons, they have their own score as well. So, if I'm playing a sniper kit and I want more sniper rifles, guess what? I gotta snipe. You can't be sitting there playing shotguns like I used to do, because I couldn't snipe worth a shit, at least on Battlefield 3. On Bad Company 2, you really didn't need to, and eventually I found out that the VSS was pretty much like the most OP rifle. So if you wanted to get them like that, okay, you could, hopefully there was something like that. But there's really nothing like that in here. Now you have the assault rifles, or excuse me, what am I saying, the assault rifles? You have the bolt action rifles, and then you have what they call the DMRs, which are designated marksman rifles. And those are the semi-auto rifles. So those are like your Mark 11 Mod Zeros from Battlefield 3. You get those again, and that's actually, I think, the first, no, RFB, I think, is the first DMR you get. And then you can unlock the Mark 11. So, there you go with the rifles. Like I was saying before with I think it was the carbines. Carbines, I think, are for anybody. And then the PDWs are engineer. You get shotguns, and you could also use those DMRs. So you could use a Mark 11 with an engineer if you wanted to. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. I'm pretty sure you could do that. I'm pretty sure I did that when I was running Assault or something. Or maybe I was running Support. Hell if I know. I really need to stop drinking this soda, because it's just going to make me belch, and plus I bought a 2-liter soda, and I just opened it before this video. Well, I drank some of it before this video, but now since making this video, it's like almost halfway down, so I really need to stop doing that. Yeah, it's really hot in here. I don't know why it's so warm in here, but it just is. I don't know. And I know I apologize again. Once again, this video is all over the place, but I really wanted to talk about the multiplayer. I've really been in a Battlefield mood, and as of recently, taking care of my grandma, it's been hard for me to play the game, because I've just been so busy over here. Well, why don't you bring the game system over here? Well, because she doesn't have an HD TV. Well, technically she does, but she doesn't. Basically, she has my old HD TV, my Vizio, the silver one you've seen in videos. Well, she has that now, but it's in her room, so I couldn't even hook it up there even if I wanted to, because she's not going to let me stay in her room to play Battlefield, so there's no point in that. And I have mine set up through HDMI at the house, and I really don't want to whip it out, and then with the PS3, you got to change all the settings. It's bullshit. I don't like doing it. So it's just easier for me to leave the game at home, play it whenever I get home. So I was reading up on the IMFDB website, which if you guys have ever seen that, it's the International Movie Firearm Database. That tells you about all the guns in Battlefield 3. It doesn't just do movies, it also does video games, and I was reading on that. And they had some pretty cool looking guns, which I would like to play. I call it the Unicorn. It's like called the Unico or something. I just call it the Unicorn. And it's like this little revolver, like a little mini revolver or something. And it's pretty cool. I like it. And of course you have the Desert Eagle, which I think is kind of stupid for this game, but whatever. You got the Deagle. What else did they put in here? Probably a few other weapons. Oh, there was this one. I forget what it is, but it's an LMG. I think it's the... not the SAW. What is it called? Oh, I forget what it's called. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I would love to find out what it is. Just give me 1 second. I'll be able to tell you. It's under LMG. AWS. Now that is an OP gun, and that's of course part of Naval Strike, which is kind of annoying. I've seen people kill me with the RPK. That is a part of what, Second Assault? I don't know, China Rising. Well, you know, so I could get that gun. China Rising is okay. I already mentioned it, but I'm gonna mention it again. You got 4 maps. You got the desert map. You got kind of like this foresty map. Then you had the snow map. I said the desert, forest, snow. And there's one other, and I forgot what it is. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was, but there was another one, and I just can't think of it right now. But there was one more map, and overall it was okay, but I don't know, the maps just, they never really did much for me. So I like the desert one. I think it's okay. It feels kind of weird calling this a China Rising map. It's like the desert. Why are we in the desert, you know? Just, I don't know, for me that doesn't make sense. I don't see, maybe someone who's really into geography can tell me if there's a desert in China, but I don't see China with deserts, so I don't see how it's China, like, just seems like a shitty tagline name for an expansion. I guess we'll go ahead and talk about the campaign real quick. I guess call this like Battlefield 4 Second Opinion or something. I don't know, just call it something, Second Opinion. But the campaign, I enjoyed it, doing all the collectibles. I swear though, this campaign is still glitched. Okay, I lost my data probably 3 times. Now granted, usually when I would do a sitting playthrough of it, I could play it through one time and beat it. Getting all the assignments on gold wasn't so bad, but every time it deleted your data, it also deleted that part of the data. So if you're going to go for the gold assignments, like especially if you're going for that trophy, which is pretty rare, you got to do it all in one playthrough pretty much. Other than the extra endings, because you do have to do the extra endings. So you got to get Pack's ending, Hannah's ending, and Irish's ending. So, and you can just chapter select the last level and play it, and as long as you get over 5,000 points, you'll get golds on those as well. But you do have to do the 3 endings as well. You can't just find all the collectibles and get the points recommended. So, you just press the pause button and you'll see, hey, you need it 10,000 points on this level or 14,000 points on this level. And a lot of times for the trophies, it's 1,000 additional past the gold assignment. So you gotta watch out for that as well. Overall, I love the campaign, love the intro. Yeah, really love the intro. Turn around, do 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 do. Man, I don't want to die to this song. A wolf will chew off its own leg so it can survive. And then, of course, he shoots the window out at the very beginning, and Jesus, Wrecker almost shot you in the face. And then, of course, at the end, Pack, Jesus, Wretched, Jesus, Wrecker almost shot you in the face again. So I always really liked that as well. I always really liked that the campaign had real nice touches. Yeah, I just really liked the campaign. The music, it's kind of wubstep-y, so I guess if you like dubstep, it's okay. I think it kind of overuses it a little bit. I'm like, okay, it's a little too much dubstep for me. I like dubstep, it's okay, I can tolerate it, but kind of crossing over here. I like the fact that it had the Chinese in it, but I'm like, what the fuck are the Russians doing in this game? Like, I understood that Dima from Battlefield 3 is in it, that's fine. If you have a Russian like that, okay. But then you're like bringing in all these other Russian characters. I'm like, why? Why do you have all these other Russian characters now? I never really understood that. So, it is what it is. I think they just kind of added it in there because they have to. But I really do like the Russian characters in the game. They're probably my favorite. You know, I like the Russian characters. The Chinese, they're okay. And the Americans, at least for the campaign, are okay. Not really a big fan of them in the multiplayer. I don't know, just me. Just not really a big fan of the Americans. I don't know, just weird. I'm American, I'm not a fan of Americans, but I don't know, just like the dialogue and some of the things they say. From what I understand, also you can't, oh no, never mind, I'm not even going to talk about that. I was going to talk about localizing some of the voices, but they have a thing where you can have speaking in the old games native language or English. They kind of mix it with these games. So sometimes they'll speak Russian, which sometimes I think is kind of annoying. Not because I don't like the Russian accents they do, but because the idiots that play with us is like, they're not going to understand what they're saying. So they're not, I mean, granted, they don't pay attention half the time anyway, but come on, man. But I think this video's gone on long enough. I mean, overall, I just want to give my second opinion. I know it's long. I thank you guys very much for those of you who stayed with me. I know I'm not the most interesting person. I know I went off topic a lot of times. I know I lost my train of thought. But when you're doing a video like this and you don't have the material in front of you and you haven't recently just played it within the last 10 minutes, sometimes you're going to forget things. And going off of hard memory and all that is really hard to do. But I just wanted to give you guys my second opinion because I really wanted to talk about Battlefield. I was organizing some of my playlists again with the Battlefield stuff, and I found another Battlefield video that I threw in there with my Facebook fan page turning a year old. There's some Battlefield 3 gameplay in there, so if you're interested in checking that out, just go to the playlist and you'll be able to see it. Of course, I'm talking over it about my fan page, but you can still see the gameplay just for some extra Battlefield stuff if you're interested. But just wanted to give that as my sort of second opinion. Probably talk again about Battlefield in the future. I know there are at least, I know there's probably at least one person out there that enjoys my videos for this. So that's cool. I just want to make that real quick, even though it was very long. I apologize again. Thanks for listening. I know this microphone's not the best, so hopefully that you were also able to bear with that. Of course, me getting drinks and losing my train of thought. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and we'll see you guys for whatever the next video is. Also, just as a quick note, for this period of time in the video, I don't know how fast my uploads are going to be, quite frankly, because of all this stuff where I've had to take care of my grandma and searching for another job since I lost my last one, which was very unfortunate. It's been very, very hectic and busy. So, uploads are probably going to be a lot slower. So I do apologize, but I'll try and get them out as fast as I can. I think for not having a video for a whole week, I think this one should have made up quite a bit for it. So, thank you guys again for watching, take care, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.